Hey guys, this is Nikki 26 and thank you so much for rocking with me. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Follow us on social media. I'll have all my links somewhere, either in the air or down below. And this is part of my DIY series. So today we are going to make a nutcracker, a giant nutcracker out of cardboard, and it's super easy. You can do it with cardboard from anywhere. You can use foam core, you could use anything. So I'm going to show you how to do that today. So if you would like to see how I did that, stay tuned. For this project you're going to need cardboard, and this is to cover a pallet. So you can use a box, or you can use something else. This I like because it has this on the side, so gives it some stability. So you cut your pieces from here, or like I said, you can just use a giant box, and your size will vary. You will also need paint. I have a yellow acrylic paint, red, flesh for the face, and black for the pants. You'll need some rollers and or paint brushes. Depends on how you want to paint. You can paint with the brush. You can spray paint it. You don't have to brush it on. I got gold braid for the arm. Alright, so I got gold braid, and you can get this at any craft store. You can also get that at Walmart. I have tassels for the arm, and this has a little metallic threads in it. So that's for your arm. If you want to jazz it up a little bit, you can add glitter. The first one I'm not going to do it, but the second one I'm probably going to glitter the whole thing up just to give it a little bit of pizzazz. And then the gold is for the straps. You can use, I'm going to use peel and stick felt, but you could use cardboard. You could paint it on yourself. You could also use foam. You can use cardboard. You could use cardstock. And this is basically for the mustache and the eyeballs. And I'm also going to draw some eyebrows as a stencil. And I'm going to use red, and these are going to just be the little cheeks. Also use masking tape. Tape measure. Yeah. And I cut this piece out for the nose. This is also another optional piece. You don't necessarily have to do this, but I want the nose to come out like 3D. Something around to give you a template to make your eyes and your cheeks. I have my notes here on how to cut. Alright, and since I am putting this in my shop, I'm going to not glue it together. I'll glue it together there because it's not going to fit into my car as long as it is. You'll also need something to cut it with. I chose to use a box cutter because I was trying to do this with my X-Acto knife and it wasn't great. So this part, okay, so my head, the head is 11 inches by 24, and I'm going to cut this in half. Well, not cut it in half, I'm just going to mark it in half. And so I have a mark right here at the 12 inches mark, and half is going to be the face and half is going to be the hat. The body is 11 by 29. I'm so sorry, I need to move back further. And as you can see, I have it taped on the back side so I can bend it. It's taped on the back side so I can bend it and move it around. But when I finalize it, I'm going to use the glue gun and I'm going to put these pieces in. So here the legs are, and this is 5 by 23, so 5 by 23. I initially had 3 of the same pieces and had them all taped, and then I just cut 5 and 5 and then just cut that 1 inch out. That's how I had it, but you don't have to do it that way, and it might be easier to do these by the pieces, so paint them by the pieces as opposed to having them together. So that way you don't have to worry about the paint overlapping on another color. My arms are 4 inches by 23. up to you. Something I was thinking about doing was taking like maybe a tennis ball, something round, to give this a little bit more like a 3D dimension, to put right here and glue it on. I may do that, but right now it's just gonna be red, and they, excuse me, will be attached. So I'm gonna use 1-inch masking tape because that's what I have, but you can use 2-inch. You can use, depending on what size you want your nutcracker to be, and you can change the size. It doesn't really matter, it's your thing, so just be creative. I'm gonna take the 1-inch and I'm just gonna create an X across the body. I'm gonna have some circles here, so maybe I should just put them now because this is gonna be red. Okay, so I'm gonna take my little cylinder, and I'm gonna make 2 buttons. And hopefully I'm in the middle, but I doubt it. Okay, so you're just gonna need a little water and a paintbrush because I'm gonna just paint around the circles. If you're using spray paint, you don't have to worry about this, or you can even also put little dots here so you can just do one time. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna paint it, so we'll see how this works out for me. So, and the color that I'm using is permanent red. Just going around. Let me wet. Oops, forgot to wet my brush. And dab it, dry. Okay, so, oh, this is really pretty. Just gonna take the color and go around the circle. This project is something you can, this is just something you could use as a bait, as a template. You don't have to do everything exactly the way I did it. You might find some easier ways to do things. You might find a different way you want to do the face, or, do the body. You might find a different way. So you don't necessarily have to do it this way. This is just the beginning. This is just starting you out to get the creative juices flowing. And this would be something beautiful to have in the, by the tree, your doorway. I'm going to put this by the doorway of my shop. So much for that. I'm probably going to just use a brush because I think a roller, I was going to use this, but I think it's going to take up too much of the paint. So I'm just going to go in with the paint and just use this paintbrush and go ahead and go for it. Now I'm gonna let this dry because for the buttons and these bands right here, I want to make those gold and put glitter on them just to give it a little pop. Okay, so you just paint the arms, let that dry. You may need a second coat, but we're going to see. And we're going to work on the next piece. So we're going to pit tape this and paint it red. Okay, so since my cardboard looks like this in between, I put masking tape. And I'm just gonna paint it flesh. And then we're gonna add it to the Nutcracker. We're gonna use the glue gun and stick this on. Okay, so there's my nose. My nose is painted. We're gonna let that dry and we're gonna put it on the face. I'm not even sure if that nose is too big, but if it is, it won't go on and I'll just make a dot. Okay, so I had to look it up. So we will be putting the epaulette here and here. But it's looking so good. I'm like so happy. The next time I do this, it's gonna be so much easier, but right now, it's looking good. So I decided to do 2 rows of the braid, and what I'm gonna do so that it doesn't unravel is secure it with a little bit of the glue gun right here so that it doesn't unravel. Okay, now we're just gonna shake this glitter off of here. I'm probably gonna get a lot of it on the table because I didn't have anything big enough for this. We'll glue here, here, and here. And I'm not sure if I would do this with glitter again because the red wasn't complete. It was completely dry, but it's still like glitter everywhere. It's on the mustache, it's everywhere. So maybe I'll just paint this metallic gold instead of doing it a glitter gold. And that's that. It's all done. Now you could do something like this. You could probably put the golds here. That would be kind of cool. Put the golds here and the golds here.